That we're following as there are plenty of clouds, but no rain just yet falling as we take a live look over the Inner Harbor. Let's bring in First Alert Weather Chief Meteorologist Derek Beasley. Derek, the O's are home this weekend, but you've now declared an alert day for tomorrow and Saturday.
Yeah, and it looks like tomorrow's alert day is going to be for isolated activity. So really most areas are not going to see a whole lot throughout the day into the evening hours, but a couple of storms that do happen to pop up could be severe for your Friday. The better chance, though, is going to be coming Saturday evening into early Saturday night. Tracking some rain just across parts of western Maryland to the southwest PA, but we're going to be keeping an eye on this area as it tries to sneak into the central parts of the state here late tonight, early tomorrow morning. So we could get a shower or two early in the morning, but that's really about it. Temps still pretty mild into the 60s and 70s. And again, those winds out the south light at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. What we're going to be focusing on tomorrow is this area green. That's a marginal risk for severe weather, I should say. And right now we're looking at the possibility only of isolated severe storms. We're talking about damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour and also potentially some quarter-size hail, but it's only going to be on an isolated basis. Most of the day, though, looks like is going to be just fine. So starting things off with mostly cloudy skies in the morning, temps in the 60s. We're on track to reach the mid-80s tomorrow afternoon, and we'll keep an eye on that storm threat later in the day. We'll talk more about your Friday and weekend forecast in detail in just a few minutes.
To monitor this weekend, potential alert days here.
Yeah, that's right, Rick. I've issued an alert day for tomorrow. It's going to be mainly during the late afternoon, evening hours, so we're about 3 p.m. to just after sunset for the possibility that we could get a couple of isolated storms for Friday afternoon that could produce some wind and hail. Now, we did see that in western Maryland earlier today, and we could see a similar scenario play out across parts of central Maryland here for tomorrow. Most of the day tomorrow, though, looks like it's going to be just fine. As a matter of fact, we're going to see a good deal of sunshine. Tracking some lingering rain just off to our west, and there may be a few showers that'll try to creep in late tonight after midnight, but it looks like overall just a relatively quiet night, humid as well. Temps in the mid-60s with some low 60s showing up towards Bel Air as well as Elkton, some 70s even out towards Frederick and Gaithersburg. Winds out of the south and east at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Statewide, we're looking at most areas staying in the 60s. There'll be a couple of 50s out in western Maryland, but pretty quiet night expected across the area. Temperatures, again, mid-60s as you wake up in the morning, and then looks like tomorrow afternoon's highs are going to be in the mid-80s. So we've got this front that has been lifting through the area throughout the evening hours, and that's what fired off some of those storms in western Maryland earlier. This front's going to continue lifting northward. All the humid air is on the south side of the front. So once this thing bypasses our area, that's when things are going to start to get a little soupy here for tomorrow. So here's a look at your futurecast. Notice early in the morning we could get a couple of light showers. That's what's the leftovers from what's going to be coming in from the west here late tonight. And then tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies, temps low to mid-80s. And then we're going to keep an eye on the possibility of some storms developing just east of, looks like just east of the Appalachians here. As they head eastward, we're going to see some of these storms really starting to fire up with that heat humidity we have in place. And again, any of them that do occur may contain gusty winds as well as heavy rainfall. And then as we go into Saturday evening, we're going to be watching the possibility of another round of storms. So most of Saturday looks like it's going to be dry. And then we've got storms coming in during the late afternoon and evening hours. And those have a little better chance for being a bit more widespread and a little bit more robust as far as those wind gusts and the possibility of some of that hail. So again, it looks like for Saturday, looks like the wind damage threat is going to be the highest. There is going to be a threat for heavy rainfall, but also a little bit of hail as well. And these rain chances are not going anywhere anytime soon, which is a good thing. We need the rain, and we're going to have several opportunities for rain lasting at least through Tuesday, although it looks like by midweek the pattern will start to break and we'll get a little bit drier weather back into the region. So alert day again for tomorrow is going to be mainly for the late afternoon and evening hours for the possibility of an isolated storm or two here for your Friday. Again, it looks like the chances for rain are going to be highest later in the afternoon and evening. On Saturday, we got those storms coming in during the afternoon. Notice the morning hours will be dry, but then storms flaring up during the afternoon, and any of these will have the potential of becoming severe. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that. Those will continue into Saturday night. And then on Sunday, a little bit cooler. Chance for showers and storms will be widespread throughout the day. And then we'll stay in the 70s into early next week with more rain chances in the forecast for Tuesday.